Ladies and gents, welcome back to the tube. Out here on the first run of the week. First one to get things started. A bit of a cheeky double day today. So we had a bit of upper power and strength earlier on, and now we have an easy hour on the feet. So yeah, I actually really enjoy double days. I think they break up the day lovely. 3 weeks out, baby. Well, 2 weeks and 6 days. That's a scary thought. Yeah, 2 weeks and 6 days out is mad. But it's actually after brightening up here in the last 10 minutes that I came out. Today's run is 60 minutes RP, 2 out of 10. Nice and easy. Flushing out the legs from the weekend. Going to be a heavy old 3 days of miles, but we're able for it. So we're kicking on. That's absolutely glorious run. Really nice. Settled in around the 6 minute mark. The wind again, shock. Just about to sit down in the bed actually and edit a reel. But I was saying to Sarah Jane, I'm actually very frustrated because the on clouds that she got me for my birthday, they have 260 kilometers on them. My birthday was 17th of February. And she got me them. I don't know, did she maybe get me them for Christmas? I can't remember, but I have them no more than 3 months. Right, let's put it that way. I had 250 kilometers on them, and they're just not the same. They feel like I'm running in it feels like I'm running in a pair of Vans, like really flat, low absorption shoe, like a really low, like, what's the word on the bottom? Low sole. Low stack height, is that the right term? But yeah, very frustrating because I really like the on clouds, but I like them for like the first 200 kilometers, and then they just fall apart, and it's just a lot of money to be spending on a shoe that you're only getting 200k out of. Now the ones that I use today, I have a pair from Lee, the Cloud Eclipses. They're lovely, but I'm not sure if they're the same. It's really frustrating. If On want to sponsor me and send me out a pair of Ons every 200 kilometers, then fine. But for 160 quid, like, you know, it's a lot. It's nearly €1 a kilometer. Like, you know, when you put it like that, it's probably about 80 cents a kilometer. You know, you're paying for. It's not really good enough. Like, I know some lads who have put 500, 600 kilometers on a pair of Asics, and you know, it's just unfortunate that Asics just don't suit my feet. Good morning from beautiful Cuchulainn. It is 9:10 and we're going for a stroll. It's Tuesday morning and it's absolutely glorious out. I think we're due for like a couple of good days today, tomorrow, and possibly Thursday, but I know today is absolutely gorgeous. The sun is shining and it's actually warm. It's warm, can you believe it? It's like 16 degrees, 15 degrees today. So we're in a hoodie and a t-shirt. Lads, what the fuck, like, it's absolutely mad. But yeah, just out for some morning steps. I spent this morning getting everyone ready for, obviously, Tryka, touching base with everyone that's competing this weekend. I have 7 clients, I think, going up to Tryka this weekend. So looking forward to it, and then obviously have the lads going up as well. I'm really looking forward to doing a Tryka. I actually, do you know what, the fact that I haven't been able to do one just with, like, I had an ace half. I've obviously been in marathon prep. I had High Rocks London booked, so I didn't really have the time to do one. And to be honest, I'm glad I didn't just jump into one, because I think it would have really affected like how I was to stay in marathon prep and how I was to like perform in marathon prep. So I'm glad I didn't do one. But yeah, have all those people doing one this weekend. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to obviously going up. But yeah, I've been spending the morning just touching base with everyone, seeing how everyone is feeling after a hard week last week, and then also making sure that they are prioritising like sleep, nutrition, recovery this week. Also very, very important to remember that when you're in a taper week, or when you're deloading for, say, an event or something that's coming up, training just moves down the priority list. So like where training might have been like 2 or 3 on your priority list, it moves down to like say 5 or 6, and things like sleep, nutrition, hydration, making sure that you're not staying like sedentary, but making sure that you're staying like moderately active in the sense of like walking, stretching, mobility work, making sure that you are, what is that? Is that a cow? Making sure that you are not going to be as stiff as a board come the weekend, but you're moving and staying sharp throughout the week. There's absolutely nothing to be gained this week. There's nothing to be gained fitness wise. So it's important that we just go through the motions and do the best thing that we can in order to be really sharp come race on like the weekend, whether you're racing Friday, Saturday or Sunday. But yeah, it's absolutely glorious out this morning. So I did all that this morning, and I also have been reading Andre Agassi's book. I think I talked about it on here before. It's called Open. Lads, it's absolutely phenomenal. It's a really captivating read. Like, you just fall into, like, I was reading for an hour this morning. I felt like I was sitting down for 10 minutes. The dog will give me its socks. But yeah, it's a really captivating read. It's a really interesting read in, like, I don't want to spoil it for people, but like, the man openly says that he hates tennis. Like, he was an amazing tennis player. I didn't really know much about him before I read the book, but like, my dad would have always like mentioned him in like talking about like the Beckers and the Federers, and like, he's up in that league. So like, it was really interesting to read the book and to hear like the battles that he faced when trying to become the best tennis player in the world. And the book's really long. I think it's like 500 pages long. I'm about 300 pages in, but like, it's unreal. Like, there's a lot of psychological and mental things that you can take away from it, and sometimes the best stories and the best lessons are often written through someone telling their own story and telling how they live their life. That's where you learn, because it's real life experience. It's not just, oh, this is a way that you can improve your like your brain capacity and stuff like that. It's not that. It's someone telling their actual story and telling you how they lived their life and how they got taught lessons from the way they experienced life and stuff like that. But yeah, right, let's look what we're after digging out. The old, well, it's not old, I've used it twice for a triathlon once, but yeah, it looks mean up against the car. Oh shit, here we go again. I just literally sent a message into the lads group chat saying, with a picture of the bike, and I was like, why do we do this to ourselves? We honestly just do it like on purpose, I think, because now I'm gonna have to do a fucking triathlon. Good morning, team. Happy Thursday. It is. It's 9:20, just out for a walk. Yeah, how are we doing? So yesterday, I had a bit of a speed session and it went really well. So we had 3 by 10 minutes at the prescription pace was 4:10 to 4:20. But Andrew left a note on it to drop down to 4:05s if the push was there, if we felt good. Yeah, that's what we did. We pushed down to 4:05s, between 4s and 4:05s for the second 2 reps. The first rep started a bit slow and I just didn't want to blow up like trying to chase that 4:05s. So I think we averaged like 4:12s or 4:13s for the first rep. I'll throw it up on the screen here now. But yeah, it went over overall it went very well. I felt very good coming out of the session. I felt like I had pushed hard, but also giving it a good effort. Yeah, we have the rest of this week and then we're into our taper. So this weekend I think we have 20 something k with 2 by 8k at goal marathon pace, so about 16k at goal marathon pace, and then 3 a little bit quicker at the end. So we've 19k of work this weekend. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Listen, I'm looking forward to it. It has been a fantastic block. I've really enjoyed it. Like, I was only talking to some people over the last couple of days about how much volume we reached and how much mileage we reached. I never thought I'd be sitting at those mileages. So that's a huge takeaway to take away from the whole thing, and I'm very proud of that. So yeah, the whole plan is to just get through the next couple of days. I have a 60-minute easy run to do today, and then we've the 20 something K on Saturday, a little shakeout on Sunday after the long run, and then into our taper week. So taper 2 weeks. So we're 2 weeks out from Madrid this Sunday. And yeah, listen, I'm just very excited. No matter what we do, and I think I'll just reiterate like previous points in saying this, but no matter what we do in 2.5 weeks, I've really enjoyed the whole process. I haven't found it as a burden. Am I ready for it to be over? Yeah, I am. It's obviously a huge commitment life-wise, but yeah, I'm ready for it to be over. Not that I won't do one again in say 6 months, but like any of these preps are a huge commitment to your life. They're a selfishness to something that you want to achieve outside of like say family life and stuff like that. So it is a big commitment. I'm looking forward to having a couple of weeks off after this. As I said before, the weekend after the marathon I have a stag, and then we're going on holidays and all that sort of crack, so I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, as I said, it's been really, really enjoyable. So we just need to dial it in now for another 2.5 weeks. We've already done 10, 11, 12 weeks, so we can do another 2.5. But yeah, I'm just out for a walk here. It was sunny when I came out. Skies are very, very grey here now, so I might be taking shelter somewhere if the heavens do open. But yeah, gonna get this walk done. I have to head to Dublin around lunchtime, and then I'm gonna come home later on and get my run done. So I'll see you then. We're about to sit down and watch the men's Leaf 15 singles. Right, we have a long run tomorrow, 20 something K tomorrow, I can't remember. But it's time to bait the carbs out of it. I only had Weetabix for breakfast and then I went to the gym. We're going in with a packet of sticky jasmine rice. So that'll give me, it'll give me 92 grams of carbs. So I'll have another one of them later on. We have a bit of a side salad going. You see this glaze? See this? This glaze from Dunn Stores. Oh my lord. I love balsamic, but when it's too runny it annoys me because it just runs off the salad. But you see when you get a glaze. Woo! Anyway, we're going in with that, and as you can hear, the air fryer is purring away behind me. So we've got, wrong one, 5 chicken legs. Oh, your boy's eating good tonight. That keeps scaring the shit out of me. Sarah Jane hung her jacket off the door here, and there was a big puddle of water. She washed it, so I hung it outside the window, on the window clip, if that makes sense, on the window handle, on a hanger. And every time I turn around, I think someone's standing at the window. I just need to get it out of my head. But yeah, we're gonna eat this. About 7 minutes left in me things. I might go for a quick shower. I don't know. Pizza, holy God. Lads, I'm after being just after delving down a bit of a rabbit hole with regards to this whole thing with the government and fuel crisis and all that sort of stuff. And as a person who's not afraid to speak on social media, I think it's only right that I say something. Uh, for the simple reason that I try and steer myself away from, well, not steer myself away, but just try and not talk about topics that I'm not 100% certain on or that I don't have like a lot of knowledge in. And politics is one of those things that I don't have a lot of knowledge in, and it's something that doesn't really interest me. Um, I know bits and pieces about like the parties and stuff like that, and what's gone on in the last 7 to 8 years, mostly because it has affected me a lot growing up in this country. Um, but the first thing that I want to say is that I hope that we all remember this when the next government election comes around. It's I know we don't have the best pick of the bunch when it comes to parties and government elects and all that sort of stuff. But I hope that we remember what's gone on here and what's gone on, say, with the water crisis and what's gone on, say, with the National Children's Hospital and all that sort of stuff. I hope we remember that when the next election comes around, because I personally think, on my own personal opinion, I can't see I can't see a world in where in the next 3 to 5 years there's not a huge uproar in the way that the government are running this place with regards to like the public. This is the what's going on in the country is absolutely outrageous, and I'll try and keep this short and sweet. But I hope we all remember this when the next election comes around. Number two, like I've seen the brunt of what's gone on. I kind of see myself in the bracket of like the 2 to 3 years where we kind of lost out because of the decisions that the government made. Growing up, like when I turned 18, the government brought in a tax called VRT, vehicle registration tax, and then the NOx charges and stuff on cars, so you couldn't bring a car in from the UK anymore, which was like their way of stopping the whole import and duty outside of like being a car dealer. I remember that because it was at the time when I remember when I was 17 looking at cars to bring in from the UK, ended up bringing in this thing and it ended up becoming way too expensive. Used to be able to bring in a car for a couple of grand, and then it turned into nearly up to five figures. Um, I remember the housing crisis. That's when I was when I was like 20 looking at houses, and like a 3 bedroom house at 260,000 or 250,000, and all of a sudden in the last 5 years like they're going up to 380,000. There's an estate being built in Cuchulainn, where the starting price of houses is going to be 390,000 for 2 bedroom houses, which is crazy. Um, I understand. I completely back what's going on here. I completely understand why people are doing it. I completely agree with it. I do agree with it, and I'm happy to say that I do agree with it. I think it's completely right. I think the government are screwing us. We have a Taoiseach who comes out yesterday and says that people can't make their medical appointments and they can't do this and that and the other, but yet his government has overseen the delay and the dramification of a national children's hospital that's been built for the last God knows how many years, and is going to be built for the next God knows how many years, and is going to cost like 300 400% of what the original budget was. This is the same Taoiseach that is giving us thinking that he's giving us a help to buy scheme when we're trying to buy houses at 30,000, yet the increase in pricing is not even covering that anymore. All these incentives that they're giving us are pulling the wool over our eyes, in the sense that they seem great on paper, but when you actually look at the overall price, it's like when people come back to the Dunn Stores thing. They go, "Oh, you get 10 off 50." Yeah, but the price of things is like 10% higher than other places, so they just make their money anyway. Um, so like my view on it is just I want to learn more about it. As I said, politics doesn't really interest me. I'm not a very political person. I hate aggro. I hate debates and stuff like that. I always come away from debating conversations very wasted, and I lose a lot of social battery from them. But I just feel at the moment that in this day and age, it's wrong. Like I'm 27 years of age. My mother owned a house at 24. I like to be honest with you, I'm thinking of selling my car because of the price of diesel. I don't use it enough. And also, it's it's just not feasible. Like, it's just, there's a lot of things going on, and it may seem like my problem is a drip in a very big lake of problems, and I count myself very lucky that I don't have to run my business on like the back of a diesel like empire or stuff like that with regards to farmers and stuff. I don't need diesel to run my business. I don't need luckily we don't need oil to heat our home. We have electric heating. But I completely get it. I completely get it. I've lived in a home where we've dealt with the price of oil increase and stuff like that, and I just want to put it out there that that is my take on it. I am 100% backing whatever's going on. I just want to make sure that the public don't forget this when the next election comes around, and all the empty promises that they're going to fill our brains with. We've seen no progress. I actually turned around to Sarah Jane a couple of weeks ago, and I said to her, I just want you to think for a second. It's not a trick question, but I actually just want you to think, and I want you to try and tell me one thing that this government has done for us. And I want you to think about it now. What is there one thing that the government has done for us? Because I genuinely can't think of any drastic measure that they've brought in that has changed the way we live and made it easier for us to live. I just feel like the last couple of years have just been pressure. The boys are lying in their pockets. They're getting paid well, and like especially for like starting businesses and stuff. Like, I'm trying to start a business, and you have to, like, ultimately when you're not getting paid every week, and you don't have the safety net of a paycheck, I suppose you just kind of you up your ante a bit on watching what you spend and all this sort of crack. And like, it is crazy. It's crazy. Like the price of shopping for two people, I can only imagine what it is for a family of five. I used to be in my old job where we earned the high five figures every year, and I used to say to Sergeant, I used to go, I don't know how people survive, genuinely. I know that if you have money, you'll spend it and all that sort of crack, but it's funny. Like, I couldn't imagine my kid coming home to me and saying, "Oh, Daddy, I want to do this," or "Can I have money for this?" or like paying for clothes, or paying for more food, paying for memberships, paying for all that sort of crack. And you really do see the pressure that it brings on parents and that it brings on families. And it's wrong. It's wrong. We are economically one of the highest performing countries in Europe, and on the ground we are fucking in a very bad place. So yeah, it's crazy. Good morning, team. How are we doing? It is Saturday morning, the 11th of April, 7:41 in the morning. We are on the way to do the last long run of this block. It's actually a gorgeous morning. It's fucking Baltic. It's like 1 degree, but nonetheless, it's a really nice morning. So I'm gonna try to get out on the road as quickly as possible this morning. Like, it's really cold. I have pair of gloves with me. I have all my gels, have my running belt. I actually I'm going to carry, I know it's going to be a nuisance, but I'm going to carry a bottle of water today. So I also woke up to really something cool. I hit 2,000 followers on Instagram. I think 250 people have followed me over the last 3 or 4 days. And it's simply because of one reel. But it is cool. Like, I've never been one to attach my... I've never been one to use like followers or likes as a barometer of how successful I am or something like that. But it is cool to see that like random strangers come onto my page and feel like that, well, this is what my interpretation of it, but feel like that they get something from my page, so they follow me. It's very cool to see that, and it's very cool to welcome those new people. So if you're one of those new people that have followed me in the last couple of days and you're seeing this video, thank you so much, because it's a free way of showing support. At the end of the day, like, social media is literally free, and you control the success of someone else. That's the power of it. Like, you control whether you like something that someone else puts out or whether you follow something that someone else puts out, and it's really cool to see that at this, whatever I'm doing right now is working for people who like what I'm putting out and they're following my page. So it's really, really cool. Yeah, to be honest, it's a cool thing to see. It's cool to see that it's not just people I know who get something out of what I'm putting online. And I think that's the first step. Is you see the progression of it stepping outside your circle. You're not your immediate circle, but like your friend circle. You see it stepping outside to people in different countries and stuff like that as well. Because it is very cool. Like, I've gotten some mad follows over the last couple of days where I'm getting followed by people who like are in completely different countries, like run clubs in Vancouver. And then there was another guy who is a high rocks coach in New Zealand, and I was like, that's so cool, like that they're seeing my content and following me the whole way across the world. Like, that's fucking savage. But yeah, no, appreciate it. It is time to just batten down the hatches for the next 2 hours and get this run done. It is fucking freezing outside. The sun is shining. This is obviously the last long run of this block. So I'm 27k this morning, and it's obviously the last long one before. And it's obviously the last long one then before we head to Madrid in 2 weeks' time. So Madrid is 2 weeks tomorrow. It's wild. It's wild how quick this has come in. Really looking forward to it though. I'm very, very excited. Looking forward to travelling over, getting a few days, hopefully in some half decent weather. I'm kind of praying for sunshine, but then at the same time I don't want to run in sunshine because it'll just be horrible. But yeah, I'm gonna go to the gym, get warmed up, and we'll go do this. That is the first AK rep done. Oh, that felt good. Do you know what? It's really hard to settle in with the change in direction of the wind and stuff. Really hard to settle in. So I'm just gonna recover now. I have a minute left. Take a gel and go again. Right, that is rep 2 of the AK done. Now we only have our hard 3k in about 20 seconds. So here we go. I'm 5 gels down. About to take the 5th one. Here we go. Let's get it done. Lads, that was fucking shite. I fucking hate this fucking wind. Jesus fucking Christ. It's actually relentless, lads. You actually cannot get a solid session in with the wind. Any which way I turned, I was turning from north to south, east to west, and I had a headwind. How does it make sense? Like, the train, it's just so fucking frustrating. It's really frustrating. 26k and I felt like felt like I ran like fucking 70k. I felt my legs feel nearly as tired as after the ultra in Texas last year. Like, oh, I don't know. Be it what it is anyway. Fucking done. That's the main thing. Last long run of the block, and it was a good one. Don't get me wrong. Like, I felt fairly comfortable at like 420s for the 2 by 8 minutes, and then we had the 1 by 3k after that at 4:15, and like, I'm expending so much energy trying to get down to that pace, because you're getting down to that pace, but you're also fighting a headwind, and you're also wearing out your legs, and you're also bringing your heart rate sky high. Like, your heart rate would never be that, my heart rate would never be that high at 4:15 if I had no headwind. Like, it's just crazy. But anyway, I'm done giving out. That's my rant over. I need to go eat something and get, like, I need to eat extra calories today. That was tough. Good morning. Sunday morning. We're going for a 30-minute shakeout on the cards after yesterday. Sarah Jane is coming for a run as well. But yeah, it's a nice day out here in Cullen. The weather's alright. Are we ready to go? Yeah? Right, let's go. Little trot. I'm going to pay Sarah Jane today to a 5k PB. No, we're just going for a tiny little stroll. I'm shaking out the legs from yesterday. Yesterday wasn't too bad, but yeah, busy day ahead. Have to get back from this, grab some lunch, and then myself and Lee are heading up to Tryka up in Dublin, as I have a few people racing today. But yeah, looking forward to it. Boys, we're here, we're at Tryka with the Lisa fella. We're up here looking for the boys. Yeah, good day. It's a good day to be a sled. That's it, Shane, well done, lad. That's our crew member. Let's go, DJ. Well done, boys. Go, Molly boy. Let's go, DJ. Come on, DJ. Let's go. Let's go, Adam. Let's go, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Gents, that wraps up another successful competition weekend. Tryka, very successful for all clients. All clients actually PB'd this weekend, which is a fantastic feat. Very proud of everyone. Really good weekend. Obviously another really well organised and ran competition. Everyone who goes up seems to just enjoy it and just have a bit of fun, and that's the main fucking thing with these things, is no matter what happens on the day, it's the main thing just to enjoy it and have a bit of crack and have a laugh. And yeah, listen, there's always another one. There's always another competition if you didn't PB. But thank you so much for watching this video. As I said, I really do appreciate all the support, all the new faces, especially if you are watching. Do subscribe and like down below. It means the world to me. Anyone who is interested in coaching, I will leave a link down below in order to get in contact with myself for coaching, whether it's a high rocks race or a Tryka race, or you want to do something like a half marathon, or just better your life through the simplicity of running and lifting weights. But for another week, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I will catch you all next week.